Yesterday, Nintendo announced its new Switch OLED model, and I just wanted to make a video going over that and kind of breaking the video into three parts. First part, the problem with rumors and overhyping things ourselves. The second part, just kind of going over what the system itself is, although there's plenty of videos on that specifically. And then the third one, if I'm gonna get it. I read any article speculating about a Switch Pro. I saw any video talking about a Switch Pro. I was convinced we were getting one soon, like this year. The OLED Switch I thought was going to be a Switch Pro. I had set up false expectations about what this was going to be. I wasn't expecting anything too crazy. I guess what I was expecting was something to, in all honesty, just help with the loading time in games and like frame rates. Just a slight increase. However far behind the Switch was when it came out to like the PS4 Pro, I thought this Switch Pro would be that same level behind the PS5, is what I thought. And that's what I was expecting. And this isn't Nintendo's fault, because there's a lot of fans who are upset and disappointed with the announcement of the OLED Switch, but this isn't Nintendo's fault. They said, we're focusing on the Switch. We're not making, there was quotes about them not making a new one, about not making a Pro, or we'll talk about it when the time comes. And the time has come, and it's just an OLED Switch. It's a slight, it's more quality of life increase Switch than a performance increase. And the disappointment in the fan base is not Nintendo's fault. It really isn't. A lot of people bought into rumors online, just things that didn't have proper basis, including me. I was ready to spend I guess $400 on something. I was getting ready to spend like $400 on a Switch Pro and commit, because personally I play docked most of the time. I play just like it's a regular console. I haven't really used handheld mode since I first got the Switch. So I was, there was the thought process going out that the Switch Lite is for like handheld gamers and more casual players, and then the Switch is for people in between, and the Switch Pro that they were gonna make was gonna be for the true hardcore gamers. And I thought that made sense, like just having three levels almost and three price ranges, because you got the Lite. It costs less than the other systems. It's not as powerful, but it's just for fun, casual gameplay. My little sister does not play games. Got it during quarantine just because she was bored. Played Animal Crossing. Has a Switch Lite. That system would be for them and for like little kids. And then the Switch could be like the family console for people. It could support a range of players and their types, and just be for anyone and everyone. And then the Switch Pro is going to be for true gamers. And since it made so much sense, I bought into it. And that's on me. And that's on anyone else who just read stuff, that's speculative stuff, and misinterpreted different wording of different leaks and anything, and no one to blame but us. We were given, because some of the stuff that came out is true, the OLED screen obviously, and we thought that was just going to be part of this Switch Pro. So I am disappointed. I was disappointed when I saw the not angry, and when I say disappointed, not even that much. I was just kind of I was just expecting a little more in the announcement. I was like, it's gonna say something about a little power increase, just a little power increase, right? And it never did. We as fans need to be better about not getting our hopes up. on stuff we saw online. Random leaks, like 4chan websites. That's what some people were going off of. So while it's disappointing, it's nothing to get angry over. The Switch is selling like crazy. It's an insane seller. I guess looking at it now, power has never been something Nintendo's cared about. They care about the quality of the games and innovating the way you play them. That's seamlessly been their focus, more so than anything, is creating new ways to experience games, and not necessarily them being the most powerful and impressive graphically. Visually, they'll make very impressive games, artistically, but you're never gonna look at it and be like, wow, that looks real. That's using 4K to its fullest ability. That's not Nintendo. But like I said, I bought into it because the levels, it made sense of like the family system for everyone's system, the light for casual and handheld gamers, and then a pro for the extreme. But it doesn't really fit Nintendo when you think about it. And I'm not saying there won't ever be one, because if there is, I'm buying it. And I think that they see that there is a market for it. So maybe all this wishful thinking from fans has put something into motion. Who knows? But it was nice to anticipate. It was fun to speculate. But seeing what it is, seeing what the rumors were now, and this OLED Switch, it's nothing to get angry about. I get wanting something else, but it's nothing to blame Nintendo for. They didn't promise us anything. They even said, now I guess technically, they were lying when they said, hey, no new system's coming soon. But they were like, hey, chill. Hey, calm down. So we just need to watch ourselves with overhype and over speculation, because we set ourselves up to be disappointed. Now, let's talk about the actual system itself. First, we'll start on like Nintendo's like main page dedicated to the OLED model. So it's going to be coming out October 8th, 2021. Retail price is $34,999. So it's $50 more than like the normal Switch. So we'll kind of look at what you're getting for those $50 more. And that's assuming they don't cut the price of the Switch, which I don't think they will. So here's a list of the new features. I'll kind of quickly list them right now, and we'll go into in-depth more of each one. We got 7-inch OLED screen with a wide stand, a new dock with a LAN port, 64 gigabytes of internal storage, and enhanced audio. So the first thing, and what gives the system its name, is its new 7-inch OLED screen. So you get a bigger screen on this new Switch, and with better colors and a better contrast. That being the main thing. The other thing is the new stand. It's bigger, so it's sturdier, and it has different levels of adjustment. So the old Switch. Let me show you my Switch. Let me show you why I'm so glad that this is going to be a thing in this new Switch. I don't have a kickstand. This thing kept popping off, and eventually it just popped off, and I couldn't find it. So that's an exciting feature, is that it actually gives you a usable stand just in the base system instead of having to get like a special case or anything. So that's nice, very nice. And it looks like you get a bunch of different angles, which is great. So this is cool, right? A built-in LAN port for better connectivity. Huge for Smash players, I guess. Although you could get an adapter and still use it. But you don't have to buy an adapter now. If this is the Switch you have, you don't have to spend extra money on an adapter, I guess. So this itself isn't going to be worth the $50 because the adapter is cheaper. But coupled with everything, that's nice. You don't have to spend extra money. 64 gigabytes of internal storage. I think that's twice the base Switch. I'm out of storage. I have like 3 games I can have on my Switch at a time right now. So that's cool. Although with how much I use it, I'm probably going to need to upgrade it anyway. But that's great. And then this is the most vague point they have about it. Enhanced audio. Enjoy enhanced audio from the system's onboard speakers. How is it better? No one knows. Nobody knows. It's a big secret how the audio is enhanced, but better audio. These Joy-Cons are nice. This new system itself, it probably looks the best with the colors and the dock itself, which I don't even think we've really seen yet. They look really nice. The white is crispy. Yeah. So, maybe these Joy-Cons are better about drift. I know I don't think I've experienced that problem, which is funny because I have a day one Switch. Or did I experience? No, I think I just had like power issues with them staying charged with my Joy-Cons. But I've got the purple and orange you just saw, and somewhere are gray Joy-Cons. That's a mess. Anyway, this is a nice picture of it. So the dock is nice. Now this logo here seems to light up based on the trailer. The dock is nice. The new Joy-Cons are nice. It doesn't look too, obviously looks very similar, almost the same as the base Switch, but it looks a little nicer. The dock especially looks a lot better. God, they definitely saw some cases and some like fans mock-ups of what the dock should have been, because that was a big one I remember hearing at first about how bad the dock was, and I agree, obviously. So let's take a quick look. Let's compare the tops here. So quickly for this one, we get a more squared game card than the Switches. The Switches, it's a little more rounded. I'll try to do this here. I don't know how good a quality this is. It's not like adjusting too well, but it's a more rounded one. This is square on the new system. This the vent here looks a little more built in. If you drop your Switch, it's very easy to break the vent that you kind of have, which I guess might give it more ventilation, because it should have lines here. These are all busted off because I had dropped it. I've had this system for over 4 years now. It's taken a bit of a beating. The volume buttons here, not too dissimilar. They don't have, there's like a middle, like just a random gap here that doesn't do anything for the volume here. And the buttons are smaller on the base Switch. And then the power button is more ovalish on this one. This one's just it's just a straight up circle on this one. So there's a little comparison there about the two systems. But yeah, it looks better. I actually looking at the top now. I like the top more. I honestly do. The headphone jack is the exact same. Does this if this Switch has Bluetooth, like, I don't know. I feel like they haven't even really given that much. I guess everything is the exact same. So there's two versions. You get the white set and then the red, the standard, the iconic Switch red and blue. I'm definitely liking the way the box looks. The box looks really nice, and it's different. It's more vertical than horizontal. It's more upright, which is interesting. Yeah, so new addition to the Switch family. So they're obviously taking a more DS approach with how they're doing the Switches, which I wouldn't mind. I like, because it gives you pricing options and then power options, and just how you, well, not really power options. That's part of the problem people had that we just talked about. But I like it's not quite customization, but options and availability and just different choices you can make for how your own products are. So that's everything about this new Switch. I'm gonna watch through the video one more time and see if there's anything I missed. Oh right, so it's dropping the same day as Dread. I guess went into the decision to have the system itself be white, to kind of tie in with this thing whatever this is. 6.2 inches to 7 inches. So I didn't think about this until I saw like a comment about it. What is this guy doing? He comes home and from work or whatever he's doing, and the first thing he does is just like sit down on like a little wooden bench in the hallway and plays Pokemon. Didn't even find a couch. He just is like, this bench right here will do. Enhanced audio. What does that mean? How is it enhanced? I just noticed they showed like Switch Online being used. Oh man. Switch Online sucks. That's not a hot take. That is the popular opinion. Okay. Does it turn? Is that like almost a screen? Does that turn on, or is that just a weird light reflection? Because in the picture it looked like it was just there, but in this it looks more like it turns on to show that. Yeah, because it's like there's nothing, and then it appears on screen. So this might be like plain white across, just normally, and that the Switch logo like kind of projects onto it somehow. I'm not sure. With all the enhancements and upgrades in the Switch, it almost all of them, if not all of them, are really for handheld mode, which is a little disappointing because that's like the Lite is like the dedicated handheld one. And there was some hope about this being the more, a little more suited for dock play and a little more for the hardcore gamers. But it all of the upgrades truly enhance handheld mode with a better screen, which only matters in handheld mode because once you put it on your TV, it's just as good as your TV is. Better audio, which is for when you're playing from the Switch itself, because then you're just relying on whatever speakers you're plugging it into. If you're playing it any other way, the kickstand for tabletop mode. I guess the LAN port in the dock is like the only thing that's really helping for dock play. The internal storage, that's a good upgrade just across the board. Doesn't matter what version you're playing in. But so for me being a person who primarily plays docked, would I buy this? Given that this really increases and improves upon handheld play. Will I buy it? Yes. Almost reluctantly and a little hesitantly. But yes, I actually do plan on buying the new Switch OLED version. Reason being, while I don't use handheld mode, it's been a while. But that could change depending on what games come out, mainly the new Pokemon games. I could definitely see myself just playing that dedicated in handheld mode. But I still enjoy the versatility of the Switch, and knowing that I have that option a little more would be better. Honestly, one of the reasons I stopped was because the kickstand. I would prop it up and just disconnect and almost play it. I would play tabletop mode, I guess, even though tabletop handheld mode just counted as the same thing. So without the kickstand, I kind of stopped. So if I get a better kickstand, I might go back to just using it just a little more. The kickstand itself, I don't have one. So getting a Switch that has not only a kickstand, what looks like a great kickstand. They really did a 180 from flimsy popping off and being real crappy kickstand to like what looks like a good sturdy. Now, I guess I haven't felt it. I haven't seen the materials. I haven't seen any shake test or anything. But going from the wobbly to 1 point, like it's on half. It's only supporting like kind of half the side to like a good sturdy long with many different levels of adjustment kickstand is great. I am having storage issues right now, so the increase in storage is great. Even though I know I could get an SD card and just put it in my Switch for the $50 that this new Switch costs more than another Switch. But I'm just gonna get it. Also, the new dock looks better. I do care about how my setup looks, and having that dock that looks better would be nice. Also, it comes with Joy-Cons. I have two sets of Joy-Cons. I got the The grays that came with my Switch, I got the gray version. I got what I could, and then the orange and purple ones. Having those nice, sleek white ones would be nice. Even though I do need to find a way to get my hand on those Zelda ones. Gotta find a way to get those somehow. Having another set of Joy-Cons would be nice. I kind of pride myself on having a party Switch almost, because I have like Mario Kart, Mario Party, 1-2 Switch, the Clubhouse games. Like, I try to get my hand on any of the party games, so having more controllers to help with that would be great, and they look amazing. Also, I have a day one Switch, so I don't have that increase, that improved upon battery that came when the Switch Lite came out, and then the Switches produced after that had better battery. I don't have that, so I get a battery increase, a better kickstand, more storage. It could actually lend me to wanting to play handheld mode more with the kickstand, having a kickstand again. And the screen itself, it does look better. It's going to be a better screen. It's a bigger screen. It's going to have better contrast, better colors. So I'm going to be enticed to play handheld again and have that be worthwhile. And my Switch it's old and it's beaten up, and so is the dock. So it's about time maybe I got a new one. And it's $50 more, and I think if they would just define how they enhance the audio, I would feel better about saying this. But I think with everything in it, $50 more, if they're not going to decrease the price of the Switch, and the Switch is worth that, then I think the new OLED version is worth the $50 more. Due to new Joy-Cons, getting a kickstand, a better screen, more storage, better audio, somehow. Don't know what that means yet. I will be purchasing it. But the thing is, if you have a Switch already, especially if you have a the second edition, the second versions of the base Switch where they have the improved battery, I probably would say don't get it unless you use it to the level that I use mine. This is Breath of the Wild itself made that console worth its purchase. But throw in, like, I use that to play Stardew Valley. I played so much on that. I played Binding of Isaac, Link's Awakening, Hyrule Warriors, Mario Odyssey. Like, I used the hell out of the Switch. And if you just somewhat casually play the games, you already have a Switch, don't get it. And even if you use it a lot, you probably already have like an SD storage increase. Like, money is just, well, I have the money to get the storage increase. I didn't want to. It's like, I'll just keep archiving stuff. Screw it. It'll be annoying and such a hassle, but I'll just keep archiving and re-downloading stuff when I want to play. So if you use your Switch and you use it, especially if you use it in dock. If you use it in dock, you really probably don't need to get this, because that's majority of the increases come from. The only one that's better for dock is the LAN port that you could get an adapter for easily. So I'm gonna get it. I'll probably make a video about it when I get it, talking about it, trying to compare the two. But if you have one, you probably don't need to get this. Now, if you're gonna buy a new Switch, I'd probably just say get the best one. At this point, I'd probably either say get the OLED or get the Lite. Go big or go the cheapest route. Don't go through the middle. Don't go middle. But with my reasons, it's mainly the age of the Switch I have right now, and it being beaten up is the reason I'm gonna switch. And I don't know what life brings. I'm not using handheld mode now, but my schedule could turn a certain way, and then whatever happens, I like having the option and the fallback of handheld mode, and having it be better in handheld mode, even though I don't use it too much right now, partly because of the kickstand, which will change. So my playstyle might change a little bit, at least for certain games, like Pokemon, I say. If you don't use handheld, don't get it. Really don't get it. If you use handheld, I would understand it. If you use handheld, if that's your main play style, then get it, because it's gonna be better. It's gonna have a bigger screen, a better screen. Just get it. To summarize, will I get it? Yes. Thank you for watching my video on the Switch. My thoughts on it. details about the system if I'm gonna buy it. Please like and subscribe. I have footage of new Pokemon Snap that I could edit up and put up here. If anybody is interested in that, you could press like to show me that you'd want to see it. You could subscribe to show me that you want to see it. If this video gets any attention, I'll probably edit those videos up, put them up real quick. I do have some other videos like the ideas, mainly talking about the job I work at, producing its own show, and I kind of want to talk about those episodes. So if you're interested in that, definitely hit subscribe. I might make those videos and put them up soon. But if you made it this far into the video, thank you so much. Truly, thank you for watching this. I put time and effort into this video. Maybe I could have put a little more, but if someone shows us any love, that would mean a lot to me. Thank you.